What's up, fellas? Being a Pokemon would be pretty cool, right? No! It would suck! Apparently. At least. And today we're checking out why it would specifically be bad to be born as a Charmander. Let's check it out. Shout out to Pokeballs for this video.
You're a Charizard, the apex predator of the Pokemon world. But before you were crowned king, you had humble beginnings. We must go back to the start. Somewhere in the Kanto region, you hatched from an egg that your mom has spent months caring for. You notice a world surrounded by mountains and fern forests.
Okay. All right. Little bit of Pokemon lore here. There are some theories, there are some conspiracies, there are some ideas that say that Charmanders are actually born as Cubones, but turned into a Charmander because they're by their parent who sets their tail on fire. I'm gonna take these glasses off because I feel like no one can take me seriously with them on. But that is an actual theory. And if a Charmander is born and the parent is dead, then it stays as a Cubone and wears the Charizard, its parent's skull, as a hat, which is why Cubone wears a skull. My point is, if that theory was true, this Charmander would still be a Cubone until it found its parents.
There's a volcano in the far distance. It's humid and you're hungry. Around you, your siblings are crying.
Oh, he's got a lot of siblings.
Your parents tell you you're destined for something greater. You're meant to be crowned as king of the skies.
I was gonna say, I feel like Charizard is probably most similar to like a lion in the jungle. And when a lion is born, everyone knows that that lion is gonna grow up to be king. Also, I guess Charizards can lay multiple eggs at once because he did have 3 different siblings. I thought that they only laid one at once.
A true Nepo baby.
What the heck is that?
Pokemon. For the first few months of your life, you're young and feeble. You're a baby Charmander, too small to hunt yourself. So, you chill in your nest and wait for mom and dad to feed you. They're not the greatest parents, but they're trying. Unfortunately, that's not enough. The world is filled with dangers.
Is that a Tangela? What is that? What is that? That's gotta be like a Tangela or Tangrowth or something. Realistically, something a Charmander should be able to put up a good fight against, unless it's like level 30. But also, since the Charmander just hatched from an egg, that means that, of course, it is level 1. And honestly, I don't know if Charmander even gets any attacking moves at level 1. Because whenever we choose starter Pokemon, we get them at level 5, which is when Charmander would know Scratch and Growl, but it is still only level 1, and it can only level up if its parents teach it anything, like give it experience on the battlefield. So right now, the Charmander is as vulnerable as it ever will be.
For a baby Charmander, most of your siblings start dying.
Oh God, no!
Some succumb to predators.
Some
die from accidentally extinguishing their tail flame.
Classic water.
And some are kidnapped by trainers.
I like how their perspective of it is they got kidnapped, not that they got caught, and now they have new parents and a loving household, someone who feeds them, someone who heals them, someone who loves them. No, to them, they got kidnapped.
One left. That's good news. You don't have to share your food anymore. You start growing rapidly.
There we go.
You gain 1 pound a month. And you don't even have to hit the gym.
I wonder if a pound is equivalent to like a level. So if he gains 1 pound for a month, after a year, he'll be level 12 or 13 because he started at 1. If that were the case, that would mean that he's almost heavy enough or high enough leveled to become a Charmeleon at level 16.
Since you entered this world, you still haven't got a grasp of hunting yet. You're clumsy and can't form a full flamethrower.
Surely he can take out Caterpie.
Are no longer helping you. So,
oh my God, they ditched him.
No choice but to fend for yourself. You're hungry, and you hear something rustling in the
Please
canopy.
be a Caterpie.
You climb the branches and notice a Caterpie.
Yes!
A perfect meal.
Knew it.
You chase after it, but you can't get a proper footing on the branch
and
end up falling.
Come on,
you
dude.
failed your first hunt.
I have a hunch that eventually he's going to release his first Ember or Flamethrower in dire desperation need. He's going to be losing a battle. He's going to be on his final breath, and out of nowhere, out comes a crazy Flamethrower. Also, low-key, this is kind of scary because he had no clue if that was a Caterpie or not. That could have been an Ekans. It could have been an Arbok. It could have been a Primeape. It could have been literally any jungle Pokemon that would have nuked him to an entirely different planet. But because of how hungry Charmander is, he doesn't even care. He's willing to risk it all in the off chance that it actually was a Caterpie, and luckily it is. But let's see if you can actually climb up to him.
You're depressed.
Nope, he can't.
But on your way back home, you notice a bush of lumberries.
Is that a Badoo? Oh, lumberries, okay.
Food is food, even if you have to forage for it.
True.
You fill your stomach and happily head back. As dusk falls, the forest comes alive. The cries of nocturnal hunters.
Oh no, get away, run away. He already killed your brother Jimmy.
Predators come alive. You know better than to wander far from the nest. You're still too small, and other predators won't hesitate to make a meal of you. Another 5 years pass. You
oh my God. Oh, there we go. Bang!
You're now a teenager. You're faster, stronger, bigger. The
Go
trainers
ahead.
now call you Charmeleon.
Yo, wait, that's actually sick. He better be able to use Flamethrower by now, or at least Ember. Come on, dude. This does make me wonder, though, like, what would be the best Pokemon to be born as? If it's this hard to be a Charmander, then it must be, like, impossibly hard to be, like, a Bidoof, for example. But also, maybe Bidoof is born into an area where there's not that many predators, so maybe it's actually way easier to be a Bidoof than it is to be a Charmander. But the payoff of being a Charmander is way cooler if you can't survive, because being a Charizard is... That's gotta be a top tier Pokemon to actually be. Comment down below what Pokemon you would want to be born as if you could have any option.
Flame has gotten bigger, and you've learned some new
There
moves.
it is. Let's
You
go.
can now hunt for yourself. You're hungry. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. With your keen eyes and sharp nostrils, you scan the river for prey. You spot a small flock
Okay, he's going
of
after Pidgeys.
You follow the group from afar, stalking it through the bushes. Slowly, you make your way forward, but your inexperience betrays you. A misplaced step sends a twig snapping beneath your weight, and the flock scatters. You fail again. You may be bigger and stronger now, but you're not any smarter.
I wonder if we're ever gonna get to see him use any moves to like sneak up on Pidgeys, for example, because Charmeleon does learn Smokescreen, which isn't the greatest move of all time, but in this sort of scenario, it actually might be pretty decent because he can just like Smokescreen up until he gets to the Pidgeys. This way he sneaks through all the smoke. Next thing you know, he just pounces on a Pidgey and has himself some Chick-fil-A. But so far, we haven't really seen his moveset come out to play.
That's when you notice some footsteps from the thick bushes. Just
when
you thought your day couldn't get any worse, a human trainer steps out.
Oh, God. What is he doing in there?
Lock eyes.
Oh, my God. Is he about to get caught?
This is a do or die situation. They attempt to kidnap you with their technological tools.
Oh,
they missed, and you were able to escape. You live another day.
Let's go.
A free Pokemon.
It's just so funny that they think of it as being like kidnapped, because really they're given a much safer and probably oftentimes a much better life. It's like if you see a wild stray dog. Obviously, like they're thinking that they're getting kidnapped if you go up and steal them, which I understand, but really you're just trying to give them a better life. You know, you're going to bring them back home. You're going to give them infinite food, hugs, cuddles, kisses. You even literally pick up their poop. Like that is insane that as humans we pick up dog poop, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, my point is it's just funny seeing it from their perspective.
You're now 10 years old.
Yo,
a fully grown Charizard.
He's got a goatee.
You weigh over
that is
200
awesome.
pounds and you can fly.
Oh my God.
Your flight allows you to explore the world. You start your travels and eventually meet friends. You all
What? Hold on. Sorry for yelling, guys. I don't mean to yell. But, bro, what? You're telling me that Charizard and Lugia have a little thing going on? You're telling me that Lugia and Charizard are about to make babies? Hey, I don't want to jump to conclusion, but it sure is looking like that's what Lugia wants, at least. Like, who poses like that if you're just friends? You know what I'm saying? Imagine me posing like that with Adam, and we're just hanging out. That'd be so weird. That'd be so weird and awkward. We definitely don't do that ever. But my point is, like, dude, what the flip? What kind of babies would they even have? Would they have psychic flying babies? Would it be psychic fire babies? Would it still be fire flying babies? I don't know. But I'm getting a little skeeved out, getting a little freaked out just thinking about it. I cannot even lie.
Also meet enemies as well. Eventually, you grow tired of all this.
Hit and run.
You're older. Your partying days are over. It's time to settle down.
There's a party scene in Pokemon?
You travel all over Kanto, and you finally meet someone. She's
so Lugia was a one-time thing. Charizard was going through a little phase there when he met up with that Lugia, but now he settled down and found the one.
Both get married. 9 months later, she lays
Yo,
eggs.
let's go!
But it's difficult to be a father in the world of Pokemon. You must constantly protect your clutch of eggs from the forest of potential predators. As dawn breaks, your worst nightmare comes true. You hear a low rumble in the skies above.
What is it? What is it?
The scent is unmistakable. A Dragonite. Perhaps it wants the eggs, or maybe it wants to test you.
Just become friends with it and make babies. That's what I would do.
It sends a hyper beam.
Oh, yeah.
You send a flamethrower.
Yo, wait, this is epic.
The battle ends with both parties suffering heavy injuries. The pain is great, but you're still a father-to-be. You stand your ground until the would-be intruder retreats.
Come on, let's go. Go ahead. Pop off, Charizard. Look, I gotta be honest. In real Pokemon, Dragonite clears. I don't think Charizard can touch a Dragonite and do any damage to it whatsoever. But with love, with fathership, with anime on Charizard's side, I can see it. I can see it working out for him. If I were the Charizard, I would try to make friends with the Dragonite because Dragonite is overpowered. And like, if they wanted to have babies with me, I wouldn't say no. Would I say yes?
You finally
Oh God, he died!
You've ensured your kids live to fight another day.
What?
You've had a good life. You close your eyes for the final time.
I was not expecting him to die. What? Oh my God, I did not think that he was just gonna drop dead like that, bro. What? Well, that was epic. Pokeball has done a couple of other videos like this, so if you want me to check them out, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and click right here for another epic video.